Hey guys, I'm a little bit late today because the EDD, whoa, hold on. We're getting an ad for Bitcoin apparently. Don't have your own live stream playing on your phone when you start your live stream. It doesn't work. Okay, so I'm a little bit late because the EDD just released a press release. I always check right before I go on, and they happen to put something out the minute before I put it on. So I'm going to read the press release and explain it a little bit. Basically, they're giving some updated information on when they will provide your extensions. And it's a little weird because they're giving it in terms of percentages, but they're not saying how they're deciding who is in what percentage. So I'm going to read it because I just saw it. Okay, so they state approximately 95% of the 1.2 million collecting on a PUA claim and nearly half of the 1.4 million collecting on an existing PEUC claim will continue to receive payments without delay as long as they had a balance remaining in their claim on March 14th and otherwise remain eligible. Next, it breaks down the specific categories. So existing and exhausted PUA claims. Approximately 95% of these claims are going to continue to be able to certify and receive payments if eligible, plus the extra $300 federal payment. The remaining 5% of exhausted that have exhausted all PUA benefits will be getting texts, UI online notifications, or mailed notices by April 10th. So that means if you're PUA, Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, need water. For PUA, and you're existing or exhausted. So either you have a balance or it's exhausted and you've used up your balance. So they say 95% of you will be able to certify and receive payments if eligible. And the remaining 5% are going to be waiting up until April 10th to be extended. Next, they talk about existing and exhausted PEUC claims. Approximately 47%. Why is it 47? How are they calculating this? I don't know. Don't ask me. 47% of the 1.4 million collecting an existing PEUC claim will continue to collect benefits if eligible, plus the $300 federal payment without delay. The remaining claimants will have exhausted all PEUC extension benefits will be phased in between April 10th and April 30th. So that's good news because PEUC was the one group that had that long wait date up until April 30th. Now, they're stating here that they're going to begin implementing this for PEUC claimants that are not in that 47%. Starting April 10th. So some of you on PEUC that thought you would have to wait up until April 30th, you might start seeing that phased in starting April 10th. They then state regular or Fed Ed claims. Californians on regular state unemployment insurance or Fed Ed continue to receive the extra $300 federal payment without interruption. So this explains why we were seeing some claims able to certify with a balance and continue receiving payments and some claims that couldn't. It seemed when I took that poll and based on subscriber feedback that it was very inconsistent in terms of who could certify and actually collect. So I just wanted to share that with you guys first. I know it's really weird with those percentages. It's very odd. All right, let's see. Claire Payne, thank you very much. Not an EDD question, but is anyone else putting their social security number at the Get My Payment page and getting an error? So if you're getting an error, it could be that you're formatting it incorrectly. It could be that you didn't put the dashes in because it wants you to put the dashes in. It also could be that you didn't format your birthday correctly. Could be the other reason. So that might be why. All right, I saw another super sticker pop up here, but I don't see it now and I don't want to miss it. Hold on 1 second. I'm missing it. Okay. Let's see. If you did a super sticker, I might have missed it because I was reading that long press release. If you did a super sticker, then type your question down below with a whole big emoji. And Michael's moderating for me today. Michael, if you saw that super sticker pop up, Let me know their question. All right, you guys, I'm going to start doing questions in the regular feed, starting at the 4 p.m. timestamp. All right, Tina says, hi, Ginny, I got put in review yesterday. Anyway, you know how to get this speeded up. Someone told me it could be like a month. Okay, so it depends what sort of review you're in. If you are a new claim and they are reviewing you before you start your benefits, then it can take up to 3 weeks. If you are a currently collecting claim and you have a stop payment alert, then you have to call in. And then if they put you into review, then there's nothing you can do. The only thing that you can do is contact your assembly member so that they kind of work as a liaison with you to help you expedite your claim as much as possible. So that's kind of the only thing that you can do there. Technical difficulties. Hold on. Let me see if you guys should just wait while I awkwardly scroll. It's just how it's going to be today. All right. Let's see. Up next, Scotty says, on traditional UI claim ending 4/10/21 with a claim balance of $0 after this Sunday and no income made in 2020, will I have to file a new claim, automatically get an extension, or no longer eligible? Okay, so if you're a traditional UI claim ending 4/10, you have claim balance of 0 and no income made in 2020, you will be extended. You'll be extended on a PEUC. Well, let's see. Claim ends 4/10. Okay, so if your claim year ends, you are going to be eligible to have your claim extended up until September 4th, even if you don't qualify for a new claim. The December stimulus bill stated that if you did not qualify for a new claim, that you could have your old claim extended. So that's going to qualify you. Now, because you have that end date of 4/10, you do still need to call into customer service and ask them if you need to file a new claim. They state really clearly in their language online and in their press releases that they want you to file for a new claim once you reach the end of your benefit year. Now, if you call into customer service, what they can do is they won't have you go through the entire application process. They won't have you do your ID verification a second time. They won't do all of that again because they will see that you don't qualify and they will just put in for the extension. So that's why it's better to call in. Some people are reporting that when they call into customer service that they tell them that they need to just wait. If that's what they tell you, then go with that. But it's best to call in because they do state very clearly that you need to file a new claim when you reach the end of your benefit year. All right. Scrolling down. Let's see, I already did that one. Okay, TJ says, a specialist told me that because my claim year ended after March 13th, Fed Ed, and I had made no new wages, I can't be given an extension. And even if I filed a new claim, it would be invalid. So I just explained that before, but what he is saying is that he called into customer service and they told him, you didn't earn anything, you don't qualify. I disagree with customer service because I have read the Department of Labor directives, the stimulus bill text, and it states this information on the EDD's website under the Federal Provisions for Unemployment page. You can Google that, Federal Provisions for Unemployment, EDD. Under that section, it states very clearly there, if you do not qualify for a new claim, we will keep you on your old claim and extend you. So it does state that on their website as well as everywhere else. Oftentimes, when you call into customer service, you receive inconsistent information depending on which rep you get. So I'm really sorry to say, but I think you should call in again and wait on the phone line again. I'm sorry. All right, Marlene, thank you very much for your donation. Marlene says, my mom's UI max benefit on 2/28. She got a message about 13-week PEUC on 3/1. Until now, nothing happened and no mail. Her benefit year ended in August. Her benefit year ends August 2021. Tried calling, no luck. Is she going to get PEUC on 4/10? Okay, so if her benefit year doesn't end until 2021 and she got max benefits paid on 2/28, they're going to take up until 4:30 to extend her claim. Now, based on the press release that I just read, she could be in that one group that is extended earlier. They might extend her as early as 4:10, but it could take up until 4:30 for her to be extended. Now, because she did get that notice stating that she would receive the 13-week PEUC extension, that bill text expired. So until they update her claim, she's not going to receive any extension. So up until 4:30, and she will be extended. All right, let me look down here. I get red in my lives because I talk very fast. It's a problem. All right. Thank you. I see that. Okay. Thank you, Michael. I saw your note on the super sticker. Okay. All right. Back to questions, but first I need water. It's because my son's tiny hand from when he was little. Okay. All right. Hannah says, where does that start? Me too, under Fed Ed, still have a balance left and only 1 week paid. Okay, so the 1 week paid and 1 week pending, I have a video on that I published yesterday where I go through why it could be. If it's because you reach the end of your benefit year, then you need to call into customer service because they want you to file a new claim when you reach the end of your benefit year. If it is because you're awaiting the extension, that second week is on the new stimulus bill. So the 2 weeks that you guys certified for this last Sunday was claim week ending March 13th and claim week ending March 7 plus 13, 20th. So the first claim week is on the old stimulus bill. So that one paid out just fine. The second one, as long as you're within your benefit year, is still pending because you're awaiting the extension. All right, scrolling down, looking over here. Multitasking. All right. Let's see. Joel, does calling a tier 2 rep specialist bypass the need to do ID.me if they do extend your PEUC that covers you to September? In most cases, yes. If you have already done ID verification and you're all set in that department, then in most cases, if they're able to just apply the extension to you because you don't qualify for a new claim, then yes, they do let you bypass that in most cases. However, the reps are inconsistent. So sometimes they will make you do the full application process regardless. But in most cases, it does allow you to bypass that. All right. Andrew says, benefit year ended 3/13, got paid for week 3/20. Called EDD claim specialist, and I'm waiting next extension in the notes section. So they did confirm I lack wages and will return to PEUC. Okay, good. I'm glad that you had that note put in there and that you are returning to PEUC. That's good. All right. Junior P, hey, Ginny, I have $279 in my PUA claim left. What do I do next? Do I wait or do I make a new claim? Okay, so your PUA does not have to take any action. PUA is going to be waiting up until April 10th to have the extension applied. Based on the press release that the EDD just put out like 10 minutes ago, they state here that 95% of PUA claims will continue and be able to certify and receive payments plus the extra 300. And then the other 5% are going to be waiting up until April 10th. I kind of don't believe that. But they did state that today. So up until 4/10, PUA could be waiting to have the extension applied. All right, scrolling down. Emily, my nephew is on PEUC regular UI claim. He did his second certification March 14th, and today is still pending. Are the new claims also affected for payments? His first certification had no issues. Okay, so if he is, he's on, let's see. Let me read this again. Today he's still pending. If he's on PEUC, then he's not a new claim. Okay, so I think you mean new certification. So if he's still pending, if he's on PEUC on a UI claim, he did his certification March 14th and it's still pending. March 14th was the end date for the old stimulus bill, which extended PEUC up until March 14th. The phase out period, which was included in that stimulus bill, was stated to be repealed by the Department of Labor directives. That means that they aren't required to let you continue to certify, but the EDD is extending PEUC claims right now, and they're implementing the changes from the most recent stimulus bill. And it could take up until April 30th for him to begin to certify and actually receive payments and not have them be stuck in pending. Okay, let's see. Ramil, thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate that. Okay, and I didn't see a question in your super sticker, so I don't think, oh, there's a question down below. Okay, you guys, make sure that if you do a super sticker, type the question right in the sticker so I see it easily, but I see it here. Okay, Ramil says, I'm on disaster. Does that count as PUA? My start date was 3/21/20. End date is 4/10, and my next certified is on 4/4. Do I still need to reapply? Okay, so disaster means that you are PUA. So PUA, if you see disaster and you're not in the middle of a wildfire or some sort of actual disaster, but the pandemic is a disaster. DUA means PUA. So PUA is going to be automatically extended. So you do not need to reapply. You're going to be automatically extended, and they're going to take up until 4/10 to apply the extension. All right. Hannah, thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate that. I don't see a question from you, but if you have one, type it down below, and then Michael can blast it out to me so that I actually see it. And don't lose it. But thank you for your donation. Okay, I'm scrolling down. There's a lot going on here today. Okay, Louisa says, my UI balance was 0 at the end of February. I haven't received anything since then. What do I do? Okay, so if your UI balance was 0 at the end of February, you are now waiting for the next extension. If your UI, have you reached the end of your benefit year? If you're 12 months after your claim start date, then you must call into customer service and tell them that you have reached the end of your benefit year, because they'll want you to see if you qualify for a new claim. Now, if you are within your benefit year, then you will be waiting for the extension to be applied. And it sounds like because you didn't collect since February, it sounds like you kind of exhausted your balance right before they were able to implement the next extension for you. So it sounds like you're going to be waiting up until 4/30 if you're within your benefit year. Okay. I'm so thirsty today. Hold on. All right. Let's see. I did that one. I'm scrolling down. Getting lost. Messing up my computer. All right. Spider-Man says, state unemployment just have 2 weeks left of minutes. Hold on. State unemployment just have 2 weeks left of minutes ago, but an extension until September. It's just my weeks have not been updated as of today. Will they automatically update? I am ID verified. Okay, so if you are in the state of California, Spider-Man, I feel like you're not in the state of California because I recognize your username. Are you in the state of California? If you're in the state of California, it will automatically update if you are PUA. If you're not PUA, you need to check with your own state department and see exactly what they say. If you're in the state of California, it's going to take up to 4/30 for PEUC claimants to be updated. And if you're PUA, it's going to take up until 4/10. All right. Don says, I deserve to be an EDD ambassador. You're great. Thank you. You're very welcome. You guys would not like me if I was any form of government official, because then I would not be able to tell it like it is. And you would just not like me. All right. Scrolling back up in the comments here. Javi Paranormal World, thank you very much for the donation. I don't see a question from you, but I'm going to look down here. Nope. Okay. All right. We're good on that. Okay. Next. Breaking my computer. JW Dasso, you're my go-to source for all my EDD news. Thank you very much. You're always very supportive. I really appreciate that. Okay, Linda says, I cannot get through to EDD. Anyone have a phone number that went through today? Linda, Michael can post the link to my how to call trick videos for you in the chat box right now. Those two tricks still work. There is an EDD technical service representative who has been commenting on that video saying that it doesn't work, but it works still. So I have claimants who recently have called through and are telling me that it does still work. So do that. And then if you can't get through, call your assembly member, because they will keep track of your claim and they will follow up with the EDD for you. So they've been very helpful. Henry Martinez, thank you very much for your donation. Ginny, what are the chances of things changing between now and April 30th in which claimants will not have to reapply? By the way, I got my $1,400 stimulus deposited today. Good job. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so claimants reapply. So the reapply need comes from the Department of Labor. The Department of Labor stated that in their directives. So I don't think that that is going to change. It potentially could if they release new directives, but you don't have to file a whole new application. What the Department of Labor requires is that if you qualify for a new claim, that you be moved to that new claim. So in order to know if you qualify, you either have to file a new claim or you have to call into customer service and they have to check that for you. So it's always fastest, in my opinion, to call in to customer service and have them do that over the phone so that they can then dropped my phone. So that they can then bypass that step for you if need be. Okay, let's see. L. Moffitt Legal Word Processing. Thank you for your donation. Any new IRS info on the $10,200 deduction for those who have already filed? So I have not checked the IRS newsroom as of today. I've been slammed all day, super busy. So I haven't seen anything yet today. So if there's any new information today, I don't know it yet. But the $10,200, the most recent that has been stated for those who have already filed is that the IRS commissioner stated at a congressional hearing that the IRS should be able to calculate it automatically and should be able to send you the difference automatically. So that's where we're at currently with that. Currently, there's no action needed by you because the IRS stated that they should be able to do this automatically if you already filed 2020. All right, Rosa, thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate that. Let me see if she had a question down here. I don't see it. Okay, I'm going back to these comments, scrolling down. All right, let's see. Jennifer Fordham, my claim year with ending balance in 3/22. Customer service told me to wait until I receive a message from them. Okay, so that is true. Some customer service reps are stating, hold on. I keep screwing stuff up, missing people's stickers, so I'm just double checking. Having problems today. Okay, so that's true. If your claim year ends and you call into customer service and they tell you to wait, then wait. But they do state, and the Department of Labor states and the EDD states really clearly online and in press releases that they want you to file a new claim. So no matter what you hear from anyone else, I would recommend that if your benefit year ends, that you check for your own unique claim. So for those of you that don't have to refile a new claim right now, I'm really glad you don't have to, but I would still recommend checking. All right, Marlene, thank you for answering the question earlier. Will my mom get the back pay from 2/28 to whenever they implement the new PEUC law? Will she get a letter? So yes, she's entitled to receive the back pay from that, including the $300 boost. However, the EDD has not been great about populating all certifications or moving pending to paid. So if she remains pending for those and doesn't see those payments come through, then call customer service because they have been known to not do things automatically. And no, she will not get a letter about retroactive payments. Okay. Oh gosh, there's a lot of super stickers. Thank you guys. All right, Ashley, thank you for your donation. Ashley says no specific questions as of now. I'm sure I'll have some if my pending week doesn't go through, but just wanted to say thanks for making things more understandable and always keeping us updated. You're very welcome. I really appreciate your support. Thank you. All right, Kenneth. Thank you very much for your donation. Ken says, should I call tomorrow in Cali on PEUC Tier 2 extension? Have balance to pay for one more week and then no more funds after 11-week extension. Benefit year ends 4/12, so I don't know to wait for 4/30. So the EDD just released a press release right before I went on live, and I read it at the start of this stream. What they state is that PEUC 47%, I don't know why, 47% of PEUC claims, let me read it so I don't misquote it because I just saw this. 47% will continue to collect benefits if eligible, plus the extra $300 without delay. So some PEUC claims, 47% to be exact, are going to continue to receive benefits. And then the rest of them are going to be phased in. They're now saying from April 10th until April 30th. So because they are phasing you in now and it's starting, like they'll start applying the extensions April 10th for that remaining PEUC group, I would wait until just a few days before your benefit year expires before you call in. So that way you don't have to do anything extra before you're extended, just in case they do change anything. And then I would call in when your benefit year actually does expire. Okay, let's see. John McNary, thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate that. Let me see if you had a question down here. Let's see. I don't see it. Okay, I am at like 4:16 in the timestamp. So if you're typing messages to me down below, I'm not going to see them for a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Scrolling down. Victor says, I filed a new claim and I have certified for the last 10 weeks and all of them are pending. Okay, so if you filed a new claim, it's going to take them about 2 weeks while your claim is in review for a brand new claim. So 2 to 3 weeks, they're going to be pending. So they're going to expect them to be pending for a few more weeks. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. All right, JR says, this week is my last Fed Ed payment. Will it change automatically to PEUC? If you're within your benefit year, then it will change and be updated and extended automatically. If your benefit year has ended, call into customer service because they need to check and see if you qualify for a new claim. If not, then you will be extended automatically. Okay, did I get all these stickers up here? I don't know. Hold on. I'm struggling today, you guys. All right. I think I got them. Thank you for your support, you guys. Okay. Let's see. Jamie says, my benefits claim balance ran out in December 2020. Somewhere around the second week, I received an extension for 11 weeks. For some reason, it skipped all of January and February certifications. Okay, so if your balance accent all of a sudden. So if your balance ran out in December and then you got an extension, if they had you certify on the old claim before it was extended, then those certifications oftentimes don't move to paid. They just kind of stick there. So unfortunately, if you're missing certifications, you need to call into customer service. You can also fill out an Ask EDD or UI online contact form, but sometimes they never reply to those. So I would call into customer service and try to get that fixed. All right, JR, I will exhaust my Fed Ed claim this week. Will they automatically change me to PEUC? Thank you for your donation. So I just answered, I think, your question. They will automatically change you to PEUC if you are within your benefit year. If your benefit year has expired, then you need to call into customer service because they will need to do that for you over the phone. D1 Jackson, what happens if you are on PEUC and stuck in pending? What should I do, or wait for EDD to respond? Okay, so if you're PEUC and stuck in pending, it depends. It's kind of foggy right now because PEUC is waiting up until 4:30 to have the new extension applied. They're going to start applying PEUC extensions starting 4:10 up through 4:30. They just released that information like right now. So it could come a little bit sooner, but if you're stuck in pending because you're waiting on an extension, then you'll continue to wait as long as you're within your benefit year. If your benefit year ended, then call into customer service. And if you're pending because they are like old pending, if they're old pending weeks that aren't this recent stimulus bill layover, then call into customer service because sometimes things get stuck in pending for other reasons that you need to clear over the phone. Okay, Easy says, my PEUC claim expires 4/19/21. Do I have to reapply for a new claim? So the EDD states in both their information on their website as well as in their press release online, and the Department of Labor states that you need to file a new claim if you qualify for one. So you do need to call into customer service, or you can do it online, but it takes longer. Call into customer service. They'll tell you if you qualify for one or not. And if not, then they will be able to have the extension put into your claim. All right. Hannah says, thank you. You're very welcome. Abraham de la Cruz, I'm on the first PEUC and I still have a balance and I certify this Sunday. Will it get paid? And also the $300 boost. Okay. So if you're on PEUC and you have a balance, let me pull up my handy press release that was just released that I don't fully remember and drink water. All right. PEUC with a balance. This is new information. So if you're just tuning in, I read this earlier, it's new. PEUC with a balance, existing and exhausted PEUC claims. Approximately 47% of existing PEUC claims will continue to collect benefits if eligible, plus the $300 boost. The remaining claimants will be phased in between April 10th and April 30th. So that's new information. So the answer is we don't know, because how are they calculating this 47%? And why is it 47%? Like such a specific number. I really want to know why it's 47%, don't you? Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I missed any super stickers. I did. Jenny Diaz, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Jenny, I don't see your question, but I appreciate your support. I don't think there was a question there with it. If there is, then type it down below. Let's see. I'm going to just double check. Okay, we're good. I think I need a new computer. It's so laggy. And now it's broken. So I'm going to take a long sip of water. But updates and an awkwardly long drink. Okay. Let's see. Ari says, my status, maximum benefits paid. You have received all benefits payable to you at this time. You cannot file another California unemployment claim. Yes. Can you please advise what I should do from here? My benefits started 5/17. Okay, so if your benefits started 5/17, you are waiting on the next extension. If you are PUA, you will be waiting for the extension to be automatically applied to your claim by April 10th. If you are PEUC, you will be waiting up until April 30th for the extension to be applied to your claim. The extension is going to give you additional claim balance up through September 4th. All right, Emily says, sorry for the confusion. My nephew is new, traditional claim, not PEUC. His first certification was okay, and second certification 314 is pending even today. Okay, so if he is UI, he was an employee prior to the pandemic, then his first round of certifications may be pending for up to 3 weeks, but because it's the second time, then I would call into customer service. There might be something called a stop payment alert on his claim, which means that he's certified in a way, which means that the EDD needs to gather more information on his claim. They might need to ask him some questions over the phone. Now, if he is PUA, then he will be waiting for the next extension to be kicked in because PUA has ended with the 314 stimulus bill back in December, and we're now waiting on the new extension. So if he's PUA, he's going to be waiting to have his claim extended up till 410. But if he's a regular UI claimant, then call into customer service because that probably shouldn't be pending. All right, let me scroll up a little bit. I kind of got lost here. Okay, I'm seeing Sean says, thank you, Ginny. You're very welcome, Sean. Okay, I got that one. Fast tracks. Did anyone see a news report about the people answering the phones have not been trained and are just passing off people? Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of inconsistency in their training. So when you call into customer service, sometimes I provide information that conflicts what you might hear when you call into customer service. That's why I always cite my sources and show exactly where I'm getting my information from, because oftentimes the representatives answering the phones are very green. So if you feel like something was wrong, call in a second time and try to get additional help. Okay, let's see. Henry Martinez, from your knowledge, Ginny, can you name a few states that have better unemployment system than California EDD? You're going to move there? I don't have any information on other states. My only experience with the EDD has been during the pandemic because I initially had to take out a PUA claim because my main source of income is I'm a wedding photographer. So my wedding photography business went down. I had to claim PUA, and then I kind of started helping my industry friends walk through their applications, and I started building the content. So I don't have any information on any other states, unfortunately. Each state is very different and very confusing though. But California is struggling. All right, scrolling down. I'm at like 427 in the comments. Rosa says, hello, Michael, not question today. Thank you, Rosa, for the donation. I appreciate that. Peter Ortega, let's see, is talking to somebody else. Liz says, I called EDD yesterday and they reapply my claim over the phone. They just told me I had to upload some documents, identity. How long do you think until I get the extension? I'm on PEUC. So they reapplied your claim over the phone. Okay, so if you do qualify for a new claim, then it can take them up to 2 weeks to process that. If you qualify to have the PEUC extension applied to your prior claim, then you will be waiting up until 4/30 because PEUC claims are being extended and they're taking up until 4/30 to apply the extension. All right, scrolling down. Okay, Dagny Keith, thank you very much for your donation. It says, Ginny, I've been in a $0 balance since December. I got a letter February 22nd saying I'm going to get PEUC and I haven't heard anything. My year ends in June. What do I do? Okay, so if you have your balance ending in December, February 22nd, so a lot of you got those letters in February saying that you were going to be extended, and then the programs all expired because the stimulus bill ended 3/14, and because they were taking several weeks to implement extensions, you kind of missed that cutoff for having it extended within that time frame. Now, I do think that you might be waiting up until 4/30 to have your claim extended because they're currently stating that PEUC claims to update all of them will take up until 4/30. Now, the most recent press release, which just came out a few minutes ago, stated that they will start some PEUC claimants with the ability to certify right away, and some will be phased in between April 10th to 4/30. So they're giving kind of an earlier time frame for starting to implement those PEUC extensions, but I would plan on it taking up until 4/30, unfortunately. All right, I'm scrolling down. Let me check over here and see if I'm missing anything that happened. Nope. Okay. Miguel just says, where's my money? It's my money and I want it now. J.G. Wentworth flashbacks. All right, scrolling down. Whoa. Paula says, everyone tell Ginny happy birthday. I'm turning 36 on, what is it, Friday. I'm old. Thank you, Paula. Denise, thank you. Let's see, scrolling down. Peter Ortega is answering someone's question. Got that one. Sandro says, I'm on PEUC extension and my benefit year ended 3/22. I received payment for the weeks ending 3/13 and 3/20 with additional $300. On my account, it says come back 4/4 to certify. Okay, so if you're PEUC, you're going to go back 4/4 to certify. That sounds like that's when they are going to have that new extension put into your claim from the new stimulus bill. Now, if you are missing weeks from prior certifications before that 3/14 cutoff for the old stimulus bill, then call into customer service. But if you're missing anything from 3/14 onwards, they're not going to be able to help you until they have implemented the newest legislation in your claim, which will be they're going to take up until 4/30 to implement it for PEUC claims. But it says you can certify by 4/4, so that's good. So check in there. All right. Let's see. John McNary says, I filed for my income tax and I got nothing back because I'm on SSA. I also have done non-filers. I'm a California resident. Will I get Golden State stimulus? Okay, so let's see. Let me reread your info here. So you filed income tax and you got nothing back. I also have done non-filers. Okay, so California Golden State stimulus. So what will qualify you for the Golden State stimulus is if you have a Cal EITC credit in your tax return, then you are going to be automatically qualified for that. So to have the Cal EITC, you have to have some form of earned income within that year. And then you have to have lived in California for at least 6 months out of the year. And then you also must have under $30,000 in your AGI. I have a video that explains all of the qualifications in more detail on my channel home if you want to check that out. Okay, scrolling down. Alfred, thank you very much. Tina Allen, my assembly person is the one that we're voting on next week. No one to write to. What a surprise. Okay, so if you don't have anyone to write to, Lorena Gonzalez's office is helping pretty much everyone that calls into her office. They might shut that down, but Lorena Gonzalez has been extremely helpful. I do not have her number right here, but look her up on Twitter and you'll find her office phone number on Twitter. So Lorena Gonzalez, call into her and she will hopefully help you. Peter Ortega, thank you very much. Matt P, if you're on PUA with a balance, but the year ends 4/10, I have not received any emails or letters. Will my benefits be extended automatically since they have not asked me anything? Okay, yeah, if you're a PUA, you're going to be extended automatically. So you are just going to wait. Just wait. By 4/10, PUA will be extended. All right. Let's see. I am at 4:30 in the chat right now. And yes, I'm jumping around a little bit because there are so many questions and I can't get them all. So you can retype your question every 15 to 20 minutes down below if I haven't hit it. Let's see. I feel like this computer's breaking. Let me just double check over here. Okay. Frank, thank you. I did that one. Liz, I called the EDD yesterday and reopened my claim, but they told me I had to identify. It's me and I already did that one. Scrolling down. Crystal Rocha, how come my claim balance is negative and I filed a new claim, but the reopen button keeps showing up? I don't know what's going on. Oh gosh. Okay. So if you have a negative claim balance, that can mean two things. It can mean it's an administrative error and they're working on updating your claim and things look weird and it will sort itself out. Or it can mean that you are subject to an overpayment, that you are paid more benefits than you are owed, and you will get an overpayment notice. So if for some reason you didn't complete something that was required of you, like providing proof of income verification if you were self-employed, or providing ID.me verification, etc., if you did failed to do something like that, then they might issue you an overpayment notice. Give it a couple days, but then call into customer service if it doesn't go away, because you want to figure out exactly what is going on with that. All right. Water. All right. Let's see. Jose says, I called into customer service, told them about my pending status. I was told it was cleared by the rep, but I still haven't seen any changes. Okay, so give it a couple business days. And then they have not updated it in a couple business days, I would not trust customer service. I would call back in again. Unfortunately, customer service is very inconsistent with this. So I would call in and double check. All right. Let's see, Matt P, if you're on PUA with a balance, but the year ends 4/10, I already did that one. If you're PUA, then yes, you'll be automatically extended. You just wait until 4/10. Okay. Let me grab this sticker. Reset Guru. I cannot read today. Reset Guru, thank you for your donation. My UI claim ended March 14th. I applied for a new claim March 8th and got an award letter, but my account hasn't been updated yet. When will it be updated, and do I certify on my old account? Okay, if you are getting a new claim, don't certify on your old claim, because those weeks will not follow you to your new claim. So if you're seeing a $0 balance, and you filed a new claim and you're receiving a new claim, don't certify on the old $0 balance claim, because those are all going to stay pending and they're not going to follow you to your new claim, and then you're going to have a big gap. So I would wait to certify for your specific scenario. Now, if you got an award letter and your claim hasn't been updated yet, I would plan on 2 weeks for them to process everything for your new claim, unfortunately. Okay, scrolling down. Let's see. Alfred, thank you. Tina says my assembly. Okay. I already did that one. Scrolling down. Vanessa says, after my second PEUC extension, I never received a Fed Ed extension. My year ends on the 29th. Last payment was on the 17th. Okay. So second PEUC extension. So you got the 11-week extension. After that, you would either go into Fed Ed if you qualified for it and if there was a long enough lapse time, or you would be waiting for the third PEUC extension. So it sounds like you're waiting on the third PEUC extension, which will be applied up through 4/30. So they're going to take up until April 30th to apply that extension to your claim. Now, because you have a year end date on the 29th, you should call in to customer service once you reach the end of your benefit year, because the EDD does state online, as well as everywhere else, that you need to try to file a new claim once you reach the end of your benefit year. They might tell you that you don't have to file a new claim, but you do need to call in and check so that they can make sure that you don't, in fact, qualify for one, so that then that PEUC extension will kick in. All right, Frank, thank you. Let's see, Henry, I already got that question. Crystal Rocha, I already did that question. I'm seeing some repeats here. All right, maybe this is my broken computer. Okay, scrolling down, I am at the 4:33 timestamp. Mayor Bear, I don't see anything about regular UI. Laid off due to COVID, my balance just exhausted. The year does not expire until September. Do I qualify for an extension? Yes, you do qualify for an extension. If you're a regular unemployment UI, you're next going to go onto a PEUC extension. PEUC extensions are going to be extended to claims. The EDD is going to extend you up until September 4th. Now, they just stated in their press release a few minutes ago, well, now it's been like an hour ago, in their press release an hour ago, they stated that they are going to begin implementing PEUC extensions. This is weird, 47% of PEUC claimants will be able to certify uninterrupted, and the remaining percentage of PEUC claimants will have the extension applied between April 10th and April 30th. So you're going to be looking between April 10th and April 30th to have the next extension applied to your claim. Scrolling down, making sure I'm not missing stickers. Nope. Okay. I'm not skilled at multitasking today. My brain is fried. I have done too many things in the last 2 days. This one. Okay. Let's see. What is the best number to call? The best number to call, Michael has been posting my link of how to call tricks. Maybe he'll post it again for you. But I have a video that goes over how to call, and there's a few tricks to get through the phone line. So view that video. He's hopefully going to post it down below for you again. Let's see. Alfred says EDD is let us down big time. I'm really sorry. And I'm really sorry you have to go to a random weird person on the internet for information. I really wish that they were doing more to communicate with you guys. All right. Defiant. I'm at the 4:35 timestamp. How come the first week of March for the new extension was not paid, but the other weeks before and after were? My claim hasn't had any changes. I've been trying to call. Okay, so most people aren't seeing the first week of March be withheld. So I think that's something unique to your own claim. If it's stuck in pending, it could, or if it's not paid, it could be that your benefit year has expired and you need to call into customer service. It also could be that you were one of the types of claims that was migrated from PUA over to PEUC. So if you were an employee and you were on PUE, too many acronyms. If you were an employee and you were on PUA as an extension, they had to migrate you back over. Anyone that underwent that process, their pending weeks over here didn't follow them over here. That could be another reason. You also could be pending due to how you answered a certification question. So call into customer service for that pending week that you have. They might need more information from you. All right, Salud, thank you very much for your donation. I have a PUA claim and have zero balance. Received a message that I read. I need to reapply 5 days before 4/10. Is this correct? Okay, I have a video on this. It's called like conflicting information from the EDD. I think, and this is a big I think that email was an automated message that was sent out when PUA claims ended with the last stimulus bill. The last stimulus bill had you ending your PUA claim on 3/14, and then there's a phase out period to 4/10. So your benefit year ended 4/10. Their system automatically, most likely, sent you that message. I don't know why they didn't turn it off. Could have told them that. But PUA will not need to reapply. PUA will be automatically extended, and you will receive the extension by 4/10. They stated this information in their most recent press release, as well as online, including a press release that was just released about an hour ago. So don't need to reapply. Broken. Shelly's Space, $5 donation. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your donation. I don't see a question from you, but let me just double check down here and see. There it is. Okay, Shelly Space asks, does the $30,000 for Golden State stimulus apply to people with children, or is that a set AGI for all? Let me tell you in a sec. Okay, the 30,000 AGI for Cal EITC, not federal, but Cal EITC is overall AGI. So no matter what your tax situation is, that's what it is. Max James Show, I see your comment down here. How does one hire you as a business coach? I do not answer EDD questions in my email. So if you send me EDD questions, I don't answer them, but I do have my contact information in my video descriptions of all my videos for business coaching. I take very limited coaching clients though, and it has to be a good fit. You have to be a creative business and it has to be the right match. But you can reach out there for more information. Okay. Scrolling down. I'm going to go down a little bit later in the comments down here, getting to a more recent timestamp because I got so far behind. It was that press release. It took me so long to read it. Okay. Scrolling up. Breaking everything. Causing delays. Oh, there's a super sticker up here. Renee, thank you for your donation. Thanks for helping all of us. Never had a problem with EDD. I almost feel guilty. Renee, thank you for your donation. I really appreciate that. And you're very welcome for the help. Even though you haven't had problems, I'm glad to hear that. All right, scrolling down. I am now because I jumped down. I'm at the 452 timestamp. All right. Cesar says, I reapplied March 9th, got a letter saying I got denied, but got new claim balance anyway, and have been able to certify for weeks. Been stuck on pending, and it's under review. Okay. I hate that. You just get claim balance and then you certify and then it's stuck there. Okay. So if you are under review, then that's going to take a few weeks. What I've heard is that when you call into customer service, they can't really tell you anything about that because it kind of gets sent to a different department. So if you are under review, there's not really much that you can do. You kind of just have to wait it out, but you can follow up with your assembly member and get them working on your claim as well. So contact your assembly member because they will follow up with the EDD on your behalf, and they've been very helpful to a lot of people. Okay, let's see. I think I just broke everything. Scrolling back up. Okay. I am having problems today. I'm klutzy. I'm breaking my computer, screwing things up. Let's see. I did that one already. Iman SF. Thank you. I'm on the second PEUC extension. Should I file a new claim? If you are within your benefit year, don't file a new claim. You just wait. If you are at the end of your benefit year, call in and tell them you need to file a new claim over the phone because that allows you to circumnavigate the need to file for a new claim if you don't qualify for one, and they'll just put in for the extension. So call into customer service if you're after your benefit year. Otherwise, you are waiting up until 4:30. All right, CJ, I'm at the 448 timestamp so that you know where I'm at. CJ says, I got extended every time. Okay, that's good. Maria says, disaster assistance, where am I? Disaster assistance is PUA unless you actually are amidst a disaster such as a wildfire, etc. Then you're PUA. So if you see DUA in your transactions, that means PUA. It's filed under DUA because it's a kind of disaster, but it's kind of weird that it's there. Okay, let's see. Soulful Crochet. I filed my claim and got approved the last week of December for PUA. I confirmed my identity and yet no payment yet. I called today and was told they don't know why I haven't received a payment. Okay, so if you got approved the last week of December, okay, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. It sounds like because you were approved the last week of December, the first stimulus bill ended December 26th, and then the next stimulus bill, the second stimulus bill, picked up December 27th. It sounds like maybe because you were on the cusp of those two extension programs, stimulus bills being signed, that you may have kind of missed the boat on having it filed for you in a reasonable amount of time. I would continue to call into customer service. If you haven't received payments and it was back by December, call into customer service, try to get someone else, ask for a tier 2 representative, and then also call your assembly member and see if they can help you. All right. Sergio says, how can I get my customer account number? So you can get it instantly by going to EDD's website, and then you're going to create an account for an SSI claim. Right? Is that what it's called? Let me check real quick. So you're going to file, yes, SDI. Okay, so if you go to EDD's website, under disability insurance, you will see SDI. You're going to create, there it is. You're going to create an account for SDI. You're not going to file an application for SDI, but if you create an SDI account at the end of the creation process, then it will send you your customer account number. And that is the same customer account number that you use for EDD. So you can get it instantly that way, and it won't hurt your claim doing that. All right, Rami says, I stopped doing Uber because of COVID-19, but I still have my full-time security job. I applied for EDD and I called them and they processed my case on the phone and I got approved for me. Okay, good. I'm glad that you got approved. Keep in mind, though, that because you are full-time employed, you're going to have to certify for your income. Each week, you have to fill out a form that tells you where you state if you earned any income. You have to claim your income from your other employment. So you're going to have to write that in. Now, because you're working full-time, that is most likely going to disqualify you from collecting any additional unemployment benefits. So you're most likely going to see excessive earnings and you're not going to receive benefit payments. So just be aware of that you won't be able to collect if you are earning above a certain threshold. And I have a video on how to calculate that on my channel homepage. All right, scrolling down, checking for super stickers because my computer is broken. Okay, going back. Are you sure? Was poor says, are you sure that's water in your cup? It's water. It is water. It's boring today. I'm sorry. I know. I have a lot of energy. It's just water. All right, Jason says, how can I find out where my Golden State stimulus check is? Okay, so if you can't track it, there's no tracker for it. The California Franchise Tax Board, FTB, is going to send it to you automatically 45 to 60 days after your what is the word? California. I don't know the name of our state. After your California state return is processed, then they will send it out to you at 45 to 60 days after. If you're getting direct deposit and you have a direct deposit account on file from filing your taxes, then you should receive it in that 45 range. And if you're receiving a paper check, it's going to be closer to 60. All right. Let's see. Got that one. Jennifer says, does your tax return and Golden State stimulus come deposited together or separately? So I would guess that it would come separately, but I can't say for sure. Now it's going to come separately from your federal return, most definitely, because the federal return is IRS and the IRS is sending you that. Your California state return, if you're entitled to one, and the Golden State stimulus is coming from the California FTB, the Franchise Tax Board. So those are going to come separate. I'm not sure if it will come with your California return or not. Let's see. Matt P., thank you for answering twice. You're very welcome. Let's see. System Down says, hello, my PEUC claim benefit year ends on the 28th, but EDD representatives filled out a new application, and I was algebra. You were eligible for a new claim that starts April 11th, but will be able to claim 3 weeks. Okay, let me see what the question is. Hold on. Let's see. Fill out benefit year, application, eligible for a new claim, starts April 11th. Okay. If you are in between having your new claim activated, no, you're not going to be, you might be entitled to receive retroactive benefits for those weeks. But while they're processing your new claim and getting you set up, putting it under review, you will not be actively certifying and collecting. So expect a delay, but you should be able to receive payments retroactively. All right. Oh man. Lots of questions today. Oh, I'm getting lost here. Okay. Jane says, hi, I'm on PEUC, but I only have 1 week left on my balance, my benefit 6/21. I think you mean benefit year end 6/21. I'm still eligible for another extension, or do you need to apply? Okay, so if you're PEUC, you only have 1 week left and you are within your benefit year, you will be extended automatically up through claim week ending September 4th. You're going to be waiting up until as early as April 10th or as late as April 30th for them to apply the extension to your claim. All right, Skunks McGee. My claim year is 9/8/19. How come I haven't had to file a new claim yet? So if you collected Fed Ed is the one thing that seems to allow people to certify and receive payments outside of their benefit year. But the Department of Labor just released new directives about a week ago. I did a video on it stating that they need all claims, if they qualify for a new claim, to file a new claim. So I do think that the EDD is cracking down harder on that requirement now. So I would expect that you may need to file a new claim this next time around when you exhaust your claim balance. But that is unusual that you have not needed to file a new claim yet. Okay. Rolling down. Maria says disaster assistance. Where am I? I think I already answered this one. DUA is PUA. PUA is going to be extended up until, you're going to be waiting up until 4/10 to have the extension applied to your claim. And then you will be extended up until September 4th. All right, I'm at 4:50 in the timestamps, just to let you guys know. Mai says, I received an email this morning saying reapply for PUA. By the way, my account is at 0. The email the EDD sent that states that you need to reapply 5 days before your end date of 4/10. I have a video on this. It's called Conflicting Information from the EDD. I think, and I can't tell you definitively, but I really think that COVID, that is an automatically generated message. I think it's automatically generated because everywhere, as recently as an hour ago, the EDD is publishing that PUA claims do not need to reapply and that they will be automatically extended. I do not believe that you need to reapply. All right, money bags. Will the $300 extension be back paid since PEUC has to wait until 4/30? Yes, it will. So you are entitled to receive benefits back through the point in which your benefits stopped paying out. So yes, you will be retroactively back paid for that, including the $300 boost. All right, Tuan Nguyen, thank you for the donation. Is disaster assistance the same as PUA? So PUA is noted as disaster assistance in the transactions. So if you go into UI Online, you click on claim history, and then you click on your most recent transaction, you'll be able to see the code for your type of claim. Now, if you are a PUA claimant, you will see DUA. PUA is classified under DUA because pandemic is a disaster. But if you're PUA, it doesn't but if you're disaster assistance, it can also mean that you are in fact in the midst of a disaster such as a wildfire, etc. But if you're PUA, you know that you were self-employed prior to the pandemic or you had limited work history, your PUA is going to be classified as DUA. If you're waiting on an extension, you're going to be waiting up until claim week ending. If you're waiting on an extension, you're going to be waiting up until 4/10. Sometimes I have things that I say so many times that they just come out. I had to correct myself. Okay, let's see. There's another one up here. MB, thank you for your donation. PUA year ended, $0. Do I reapply? Maximum benefits paid. You've received all benefits. No, PUA is going to be extended automatically. You're going to be waiting up until 4/10 for PUA to be extended, but the EDD has stated everywhere, online, in UI Online, in their press releases, including their most recent press release released about an hour ago, that PUA will be automatically extended, and you do not need to file a new claim if you're a PUA. All right. Let's see. Reset Guru, I still have a balance on my old claim. Does that make a difference? I'm not quite sure what that's in reference to. If you have a balance on your old claim, you might be able to continue to collect if you're within your benefit year. The EDD issued a press release earlier today stating that some claimants with a remaining balance will continue to collect without interruption, and some claimants will be waiting on the extension. They didn't specify how they are deciding who's in which group. So if you have a remaining claim balance and you're within your benefit year, you could potentially certify and collect, including the $300 balance, or you could be waiting up into their extension dates, which is PUA claims being extended by 4/10 and PEUC claims being extended by 4/30. And unfortunately, there's no way to exactly know who's going to be able to collect before that extension date. All right. Omar Hernandez, I went into Fed Ed. My claim year and balance ran out. I reapplied, and she said the system would be updated on the first week of March. Well, the first week came and went and nothing. Okay, so your Fed Ed, your claim balance ran out. You reapplied. Did you qualify for a new claim, or did you not qualify for a new claim? If you qualified... If you qualified for a new claim, then you would be waiting 2 to 3 weeks while they get that claim set up. some people are reporting they're having their new claim set up and activated within a week, and others are reporting it's taking 2 to 3 weeks. It kind of depends per each individual. But if you are waiting on having that PEUC extension applied to your old claim because you did not qualify for a claim, then you're going to be waiting until PEUC is extended under the new stimulus bill. The EDD has stated they will begin extending PEUC claims between a period of 4/10 through 4/30. They just stated this in today's press release. So you might be waiting up until 4/30. All right, Tony Martin, thank you. Marin. Correction. Thank you. I received my 12th $300. I'm on Fed Ed. Maybe the new stimulus kicked in already. Hopefully I don't have to reapply. I have 4 weeks left until I hit 0. Okay. So if you are, let's see, maybe the new stimulus kicked in already. You should receive an award letter in your UI Online when you have any extension applied to you. So you should be able to check your UI Online inbox and see exactly what extension you have been awarded if you recently received one. So you're not going to need to reapply if you are within your benefit year. So if you are within your 12 months of having an unemployment claim from your start date, then you don't need to reapply. But once you hit that 12-month mark on a regular unemployment track, UI, Fed Ed, PEUC, then you do need to call customer service and see if you must reapply. Scrolling down. All right, I'm going down a bit. Relaxing Sound says, I'm on Fed Ed extension about to expire. Do I need to file a new claim? So if you are within your benefit year, you don't need to file a new claim. You'll be automatically extended up until September 4th. But if your benefit year has ended 12 months after your start date, the EDD states that you must file a new claim if you qualify for one. So in order to check and see if you qualify for one, call into customer service, because if they do not, they'll be able to look and see if you qualify for a new claim. And if you don't, then they'll apply the extension to your old claim, and it's a faster process. Okay, let's see if I missed anything. Okay, I got that sticker. Got that sticker. Okay, Brian, thank you. Okay. All right, you guys, let's see, scrolling down. What time is it? 5:15. I'm going to take 15 more minutes of questions. Maybe a little less, depending on how long my computer takes to refresh. All right, I'm going to be at the 5 o'clock timestamp. And if I have missed your questions, you may retype them down below. There's never any way for me to read all of the comments. I do have to skip around. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Max James Show says, if your extension lasts for months, sorry, my reading. Need glasses. If your extension lasts for more than 4 hours, call. I'm going to read it out loud. If your extension lasts for more than 4 hours, call a doctor. I think that's solid advice. I think it applies here too. Okay. Let's see. Mai says, can you please answer mine about PUA? I received an email today stating to reapply. I thought it would renew automatically. By the way, my balance is 0. And all I'm thinking about reading this is the extension comment because it's funny. Okay. Thought it renew automatically. If you received an email saying that you had to reapply in your PUA, that's an automatically generated email. I don't believe that that is a current email. I think that was automatic. I think the EDD didn't remove that email from their system because they have stated repeatedly in UI Online, on their website, in press releases, as recently as an hour ago, that PUA does not need to reapply. PUA does not need to reapply. I do believe that is an error. All right, Anissa says, hi, you probably answered this, but my balance ran out on 3/8 and said I would receive a notice in the mail if I would qualify for PEUC extension. I haven't been able to certify. Okay, so if your balance ran out on 3/8, you are going to be waiting for the newest extension to be implemented. That will extend you up through claim week ending September 4th. If you're PEUC, you're going to be waiting up until 4/30 to have the new extension applied. The EDD did state in today's press release that they could start applying it as soon as 4/10, but they will take up until 4:30 to apply it to all. So you're still waiting. Okay. Iman SF, you're very welcome. Saif says, hi, when does the IRS expected to refund who filed? So I don't have the most current info as of today or yesterday, but they did state recently that they would take until summer to clear their backlog. So it could take a while, and it's going to take extra time if you have anything on your tax return that requires them to do a manual review of your return. So if you were claiming a stimulus check that you didn't receive and you're claiming it on your taxes, if you received unemployment benefits, there's a few other tax breaks. If you claimed any of those, then they are taking a lot longer to review your tax return. And I don't have a date for you. I'm sorry. I'm not current on that information as of today and yesterday. Dexter Baby says, I hope the information they gave me is correct. I was on regular unemployment and was my first extension with a $2,000 remaining balance. Any advice? Okay, so if you're on regular UI and you had the first PEUC extension, you have a remaining balance. The EDD states, pull up this press release again. The EDD released new information today. About an hour ago, they stated existing and exhausted PEUC claims, approximately 47% of the 1.4 million collecting an existing PEUC claim will continue to collect benefits if eligible, plus the boost. The remaining percentage will be phased into the extension between April 10th and April 30th. Why 47%? I don't know, but that's what they say. So you could be waiting up until 4:30 to receive your extension. And if it lasts for over 4 hours, see a doctor and get rid of it. Okay, scrolling down. I am at 5:07 in the comments. Tony says, I still got $300 payment. This is my 12th time. I'm guessing new stimulus already going through. I'm on FedEd. Okay, Tony, I already answered your question because it popped up in a super sticker. All right, Chris says, my benefit year ended 3/22/21, and I'm on PUC Tier 2. Do I need to call and file a new claim since the EDD just sent out the update? Moving. The update about exhausted PEUC. So they didn't send out, what they sent out wasn't really an update. You still need to file a new claim if you've reached the end of your benefit year. So because your claim ends 3/22, you are going to call in. What date's today? Today's the 24th. Yeah, call in, tell customer service you reached the end of your benefit year. They may tell you that you do not need to file a new claim, or they may tell you, yes, you need to file one, and they will help you. Or they might say, you don't qualify. We're going to apply the extension. So call in. All right, Trini, thank you very much. Do you use a Mac or PC? Thank you, Ginny. Keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I am probably the only photographer in the world that uses a PC because I am an old dog and I do not learn. Well, I learn new things, but not with my computer. I use a PC. All right, Victor says, is the PEUC end date the same for everyone? What if I still have a balance that will be exhausted at the end of April? Okay, so the PEUC end date, I'm having chair problems. The PEUC end date for everyone, it's kind of weird. So the last stimulus bill from December extended claims up through claim week ending March 13th. It then had a phase out period from March 14th up until April 10th. The Department of Labor repealed that phase out period, made it so it didn't have to be there because they need to be able to update all the claims. Now, the EDD stated that if you have a balance, 47% of you will be able to certify. They didn't say who you are, but they said 47% of you will be able to certify without interruption. And the remaining of you will have the extension applied between April 10th and April 30th. This is new information that just came out about an hour ago. So if it sounds weird, I'm not making it up. It is real and it's in a press release. Okay, I am going to, there, and drink some water. Oh no, it's almost gone. What am I going to do? I'm going to be parched. I'm going to have to get more. Okay, scrolling down. I'm going down. I did that one. Chucky 2 times. Any busy mom recipes you could share? Oh, my kids are young. They don't. My 2 years old, she just turned 3. My 3 years old likes to eat everything, super spicy things, which I'm allergic to, and everything included. And my 6-year-old eats very plain. So nothing interesting to share. Edwin, I never saw any DUA and I had PUA until the end of the month. They closed my account. Why? Okay, so PUA ended with the last stimulus bill, claim week ending March 13th. You are next waiting on the next extension from the 3rd stimulus bill. PUA claims are being extended up until claim week ending September 4th. You're going to be waiting until 4/10 to have your PUA claim extended. All right, scrolling down, I am getting to more recent timestamps because I'm almost done. I'm going to be here for 5 more minutes and then I'm going to go. All right, Raul says, hello, I'm on PEUC extension, which my last certification was 3/21. Claim is now 0, but my benefit year ends 4/5/21. Do I need to wait until after 4/5 to reapply? So I believe if you call in 5 days before, it's fine because the EDD has been sending out those notifications to PUA claimants, which are an accident. They shouldn't be sent. But they've been telling them that you can call in and reapply 5 days before. So 5 days before. Okay, I'm going to go down to the very bottom because I'm out of time. I'm going to take like 3 more questions. Okay. Vic Sylvain says, drink wine. I wouldn't drink wine. I would drink beer. April says, I called EDD. They said my payment is pending due to UISD. What do I do? UISD. April, I don't know what UISD is. You found an acronym that I don't know. It could be a program under disability or another social service that I'm not aware of, that I don't report on. Tell me what UISD is. I'm looking for your comment down below, April, and then I'll try to let you know. UISD. If it is pending, could have been a stop payment alert. I don't think that's the acronym for that, though. Tell me what it is. I don't know what it is. I would call in and I would try to get a different representative to help you because sometimes they are inconsistent with their level of knowledge. And if you call in a second time, sometimes you get someone who's much more helpful. Additionally, ask for a tier 2 representative and see if they can help you with that. Analia, thank you very much for your donation. How long does it take to get the appointment letter from EDD? They wanted to verify my identification, even though I got approved from ID.me. Oh, okay. So unfortunately, I'm not sure. If you were already verified from ID.me and they're requiring additional documentation, they can take several weeks to undergo that process. Anything sent over DocuSign, I don't want to scare you, but sometimes can take up to 6 weeks. I really hope that it goes through much faster than that, though. And I think they've gotten better at processing the DocuSign requests, but I don't have a time frame for you if they're requesting additional documents. I'm very sorry. Okay. Scrolling down. Gabriella says, Ginny, I called last week because my benefit year ended in December. I finished my Fed Ed and now they started a new extension, but is not in the system yet, but they send a letter. Okay, so if it's not in the system yet, they're going to take probably another week to apply it into the system because they're very slow at updating things. So if you finished Fed Ed and now they're going to put you on PEUC, that's going to extend you up until claim week ending September 4th. And any weeks in that gap should be retroactively paid to you. So be on the lookout for that. And if they aren't paid out, then make sure you call into customer service. Okay, you guys, I'm taking one last question and then I'm going to go and play with my kids. Okay. Christopher says, this is not my last question. I'm going to read this one. I thought you have to go pee by now with all the water you've been drinking. So I am a wedding photographer. Wedding photographers don't get to go to the bathroom because you can't leave and you can't put down your like 30 pounds of gear. You can't leave because you miss everything. So I'm in it for the long run. It's one of my skills, one of my talents. All right, I'm going to choose my last question. Oh, I see. Whoa, I see it, but now it's gone. UISD is the new review process. Okay, I'll need to look into that. If it's the new review process, then it takes between 2 and 3 weeks, usually closer to 2 weeks. Some claimants report 1 week, but it can be between 2 and 3 weeks to have a new claim reviewed. Okay. Let's see. Jeremy said, oh, we got that one. No. Okay. Hold on. I got lost. All right. Mario says it must be a lot of work to keep us updated and breaking it down for us so that we can understand all the mumbo jumbo. A lot of us here in the Bay Area count on you whenever we're discouraged. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It is a lot. So like daily, every day I have to check at least 10 different government websites and download bill texts and press releases, et cetera, and mark them up and see what is changing. And if I don't do that for like a day or 2 days, then I'm lost and I had to spend a lot of time catching up. So it is a lot of work. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay. But none of these have been questions. So let me find a question. Okay, Sharon says, my claim ends in June. My PEUC extension just ended. Would I get another one? Yes. So you're going to be extended up until claim week ending September 4th on the new stimulus bill that extends PEUC and PUA claims. So if you end unemployment, you're going to go on to PEUC. If you end Fed Ed, you're going to go on to PEUC. If you're currently on PEUC, you will continue up until claim week ending September 4th. It will be automatic as long as you are within your benefit year. So if not, then you reapply and then they apply the extension to your old claim if you don't qualify for a new claim. That answer just kept going and going. All right, I reached the end of my water, which means that I've also reached the end of my live stream. Okay, you guys, so what do I need to say to you today? If you, RJ Dodgers, I am already married, my friend. I've been with my husband for like 20 years. All right, you guys. So if I did not answer your question today, I try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. The best way to get a question answered from me is to leave it in my most recent video. Leave it in my most recently published video, no matter what topic it is. You guys often don't go to my PPP videos or my self-employment videos. You guys are missing out on having questions answered over there because the comments are severely much smaller. So go post it on whatever is the most recent video. And I try my best to answer as many as I can. Additionally, you guys, if you are able to, on any videos that I post, if my channel's been helpful, get in the habit of leaving me just like a flurry of comments. Leave me weird emojis, whatever. It really helps my channel to get boosted in the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate it. And lastly, this is my one thing that I'll plug of my own at the very end. If you are someone that is wanting to build your YouTube channel, whether you are starting from the beginning or if you have a current channel that you're building up, I just launched today enrollment for my small group coaching course for 30-day YouTube Kickstarter course. So that course is really intensive. It's 30 days of video lessons with me, live Q&A, feedback on your channel, and a community forum. There's a lot of stuff in it. So it's linked in the video description here. So if that applies to you, go check it out. If not, well, thanks for listening. All right, you guys. So I'm going to head out. Be so happy. Thank you. Yeah, I'm turning 36 on Friday, so I'm seeing some happy birthdays in here. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go see my kids downstairs. I will see you next time. Bye.